Long time ago, I used to absolutely goon over Graveland from Adventure Quest Worlds. Recently, I've seen a few videos of people going back to their childhood games and exploring the good times. So with me being unemployed right now, I decided to hop back onto Adventure Quest Worlds, relive the good old days, and check out what my virtual girlfriend Graveland is up to in the big 2025. On day one, I logged in and saw my name was Eye of the Tiger 66, which is a really old song, and what's funny about it is I don't even really like that song, so I don't know why I chose that as my username, but we're gonna rock with it. I went into Arctics, which is the most popular server in all of Adventure Quest Worlds and has been basically since the game came out, and looks I was actually level 65 out of 100, which is way higher than I thought I was going to be. I saw they were doing some Friday the 13th style event, so I decided to check it out. After the cutscene, I tried to say what's up to the lobby, but looks like no one wanted to talk to me. So I was just gonna knock out some quests and move on, but then I get a DM from someone named Kaye, which is a breath of fresh air because I have noticed every time I've come back to this game, you know, in the past 10 years or so, it seems less and less social every single time. Everyone's just AFKing in Yolger, or just AFKing in the lobby, or just not talking. Kaylee went ahead and said I can send her a friend request, and just like that, guys, I have my first friend in Adventure Quest Worlds for the first time in probably 12 or 13 years. And thank God I met Kaylee when I did, because I was getting absolutely fucking annihilated by almost every single monster in this game, because I was only level 65, and it seems like the monsters kind of power crept me out of the game a little bit. So if it wasn't for Kaylee, I would have not been able to make this video. And when I asked her what this game has been like over the past, course, however long this game's been out since I've been gone, she informed me she recently just came back into this game, and for no other reason other than she just remembered it existed. I would assume that a lot of people are very similar in that regard, where they don't actually play this game as a primary game, they play it as like a fun secondary game you can kind of play on your second monitor, or when you're watching TV you can kind of click and fucking AFK mind-numbing shit, right? But she had insane levels of knowledge. Like, anytime I asked her a question, anytime I needed help with anything, anytime I was confused about something, she was really good at just fucking being like, okay, go here, go here, go here. She was like literally my personal chatbot GPT, but also my friend at the same time, which was really cool. And if it wasn't for her, I would have not been able to make this video, I promise you guys. And what's really cool is it's something I didn't notice was when she first saw me, she said that I was an OG based on like the sword that I have, like the golden star sword, and apparently it's like incredibly rare. And I didn't know it at the time, but I have one of the rarest items in the entire game, which I think is a pretty cool flex. Almost right away on day one, I noticed how laggy the game was. I had to look through the settings to see if I could turn off the quest items popping up on the screen, and maybe even turn off the animations, because a lot of people in one area of the game was making it really turn into a PowerPoint. I found the settings that seemed to fix the lag issue I was having a bit, but it was an unfortunate trade-off because now I can't see the animations. But if I turned on the animations, then the video would be at 2 frames per second, which I'm sure you guys would not want to see. I spent the rest of the night grinding some levels and berating Kaylee with questions about her journey playing this game, why she plays it, the nostalgia behind it, nostalgia the game presents her with, and mainly she just plays to collect classes and, cosmetics and stuff like that, and there's nothing else really to it. I spent a few minutes showing her some items I had from way back in the day, but it turns out they weren't as rare as I thought they were, and the only cool thing I had was my sword, the golden star sword. But Kaylee is a saint because she was so nice about me not having any cool shit. She basically was just like, oh yeah, that's not that rare. Like, I was like, oh, is this weird rarity rare? And she's like, nah, not really. And like, low-key, it was kind of like, it was kind of sad though, because I was like, damn, all these items I had from back in the day people can still get, which I don't know, like something kind of like even though I don't play this game, something like kind of like made me mad about that, But after turning in some quests, I went from level 65 all the way to level 67 thanks to the Friday 13th event. Apparently it's a really good place to farm some EXP. On day 2, I changed my armor a bit and saw that they had a Father's Day event happening, and I think a really cool thing about this game is how incredibly frequently they still update it. Even if it's something small, I really appreciate it. I'm sure the rest of the community appreciates it too. So let's hop in and see how they honor fathers everywhere. Turns out Sepulcher, who is like the king of evil in, the evil faction in this game, he needs a new nanny. So after talking to his talking skeleton head assistant, I decided to help Sepulcher and baby Graveland out. Now, this is not considered grooming because I think this is a different timeline Graveland, I'm not sure. But I just know that Graveland in present day Gravelin is my internet girlfriend, but baby Gravelin is not. So I just want to let you guys know that. But I did a lot more grinding back at the Lich War event, leveling up my main character and had some classes that I had in my inventory. So while I was grinding, I tried being social again, trying to find more people to tell me about this game and their experience. I was curious to see if there were any living legends like Zazima from old school RuneScape. I asked who's the best at PvP here, and they said FCZ is the GOAT, so I had to see what's up and square up with the kid. Back in my day, I used to be incredibly good at PvP in this game. I had a really unique rogue class with enhancements that made me really hard to hit. So do I stand a chance versus FCZ? Turns out he two-shot me. It seems I have a long way to go until I challenge FCZ again, so I took my L on the chin and decided to go back to grinding, finishing the day at level 76. On day 3, there was a temple event thing, and turns out my friend Kaye is back online, and thank God for that, because this event was by far the hardest one I've done to date. So I hit up Kaye with a yo, and one thing I like about Kaye is she'll just randomly pop up when I'm doing stuff and I need her help with. Like, she won't even know I need help, and I won't even know she's online, and I'll be getting fucking annihilated by some monsters in this game, and she'll swoop in and save me. But even with her help, I was dying quite frequently to these characters, so I had to have her leash me and solo it while I jump in last minute to complete the quest, and she leashed me like it was a blue buff in League of Legends. I think I didn't record on some of the days that I played because I noticed I'm level 87 on this recording, and you know, this was me probably having some double XP boost, and there was a double XP event, so I had like a 4x XP boost, but for some reason I think I didn't record, probably because I was just farming and I thought it would just be bad content. But I am level 87 now, and after Kaye carried me through the entire quest line, we stumbled upon Masakado, who is the final boss in this event, and for the first time Kaye felt completely mortal. Her and I both died almost instantly trying to kill this guy. Then we come across another guy who's giving up battle fucking orders trying to kill him. And even with another guy, we can't even do it. And I was like, holy shit, bro. Like Kaye is like the strongest person I met by far. So if she can't do it, along with another guy who's probably like pretty experienced with this game, this guy was talking like secret strats, like he's in the like a LCS or something, right? And I was like, damn, I'm just completely useless. Like, I wonder what I can do. So I was like, you know what? Let me try to upgrade my enhancements. So I go into some enhancements, try to get a little bit more sturdy, and I try to come back, but turns out the room was fucking full. So I was like, oh my God, we have 3 people that are trying to do it now, but the room's full. Like, maybe we can find a 4th in a different room. So I joined a different room and try to invite Kaye and the other guy, but the other guy wasn't joining. But you know who did join? Kaye. And we get to the room where we just were, and we run into Saezon, however you say her name, who was fucking soloing the entire thing. So Kaye pulled a Joey and leeched off Saezon, and we were able to kill this thing. I had a quick interview with Saezon, and she's been playing this game on and off for like 13 years and had some great memories back in the day when she wasn't like super OP. Her and her friend spent like an entire night trying to kill a boss with like this whole group chat thing. Apparently it was pretty fun, pretty cool like memory for her back in the day. And it seems like this game always comes back to nostalgia. I wonder if that really is the case, because I haven't really seen a whole lot of new players, and the new players I've seen I think are just like alt accounts. I wonder how many new players are actually coming into this game, because a lot of people I talk to are just playing it based on nostalgia, even though the game is kind of fun, you know, in its own merit, without the nostalgia factor kind of included in that. And right before I end day 3, I went to Yolger to see if people were still just AFKing in Yolger like they always do for a reason I do not even know. And turns out a lot of people were, but this guy was recruiting for a guild. And I was like, like I entertained the thought of joining the guild because I didn't, you know, the content, right? I wanted to see what's up. And it was just crazy to me that people were still playing this game at all, you know, when I first initially started playing this game a couple days prior. And then what's even more crazy is people are still grinding for items, you know, joining guilds, creating guilds. And I was like, you know what, let's see what it's about. I didn't join the guild at the time because I thought there was going to be some like initiation thing, but I added them as a friend and told them I'd get back to them. And that concluded day 3. On day 4, I started the long, treacherous journey of obtaining the Arch Paladin class, which apparently is one of the better classes in the game. And it's one of the classes that I'm still trying to unlock to this day. Every single time I get online, I'm trying to do this quest line, and I either don't have an area unlocked, or this game crashes, or I just can't find anyone to help kill this fucking Doom Kitten. And then I have to start back at square one on the following day. So initially, I finished the first quest, and I realized I have to go back and do the entire 13 Lords of Chaos quest, which I was having technical difficulties doing. And luckily, I was there because I ran into someone who was a very, very low level that needed help killing a boss. And even though I'm technically an OG, this was my first time I've ever actually been able to help anyone in this game. And it felt kind of good. It felt like I was like OP for the first time, probably since I started playing. And afterwards, I saw the guy I added as a friend was online and told him I'd like to join his guild if they're still recruiting, if they'd have me. And they sent me the invite to Big Slime, and I accepted. It was rather unceremonious. I thought there was gonna be some like initiation thing or, you know, a questionnaire, but they're just like, nah, bro, just like, here are the keys. It's all right. And so now I'm a member of Big Slime, and we began talking about, you know, the Endgame. We began talking about PvP, and in Adventure Quest Worlds, the sentiment was that the game was so luck-based now that it came, you know, when it comes to PvP, people don't really like it anymore. People don't normally bother with PvP unless it's for a quest or some type of item, because too many builds one-shot you, or there's a lot of luck in terms of dodging mechanics, which really infuriates players. And I found that to be quite sad, because I remember when I was level 20, back when that was the max level, oh my god, aging myself here, but everyone loved PvP. Everyone, because it was more of like a skill thing, it was a fun thing, classes weren't super overpowered, so there's a lot of back and forth. And one of my craziest memories was this guy was like 30-0 in PvP. He had like some type of ninja class with like crazy enhancements he wouldn't ever tell anybody, and he was just aura farming because he would just fucking like never lose and then just log out without like telling anyone his secret. And I think with a lot of MMOs these days too, you know, PvP is a pretty big part of the end game. Or, you know, it has a cult like following for a lot of people. So I think, you know, people just kind of abandoning the PvP you know, sector in Adventure Quest Worlds is a little bit sad, and I would kind of wish Arctix had a better way of balancing PvP so people can have a little bit more fun in the end parts of the game when, you know, they're not trying to do any quests or just farm for an item. And funny enough, after today, I stopped recording. And it wasn't because I wasn't playing the game anymore, it's because I realized something after day 4. I realized that you know, the game I was playing for a video, I was actually just playing for fun. And I was having a good time talking to my guildmates, my friend Kaye, recently my new friend Goob, and I started logging in every day without a purpose in mind, just kind of seeing where the game was taking me. And that's when I discovered the magic of why people were still playing Adventure Quest Worlds. It's a game you can get lost in. It's a game where you can meet some cool people. It's a game where there's a ton of things to do, especially when, you know, they're continuing doing updates every single month, especially when you're fucking unemployed. All right. And I thought at first this was like a good waste of time to be able to get something out of, you know, a very old game as in terms of a video. But what I got out of it was actually a pretty fun adventure thanks to Adventure Quest. And I got some armor in the process. I made some friends in the process, some truly terrible classes. And I realized why a lot of people are still playing this game. It's really not, it's not dead. It's not dead like I thought it was going to be. And if you made it this far into the video, you should definitely click the subscribe button and the like button as well. And comment below if you're still playing this game, if you're interested in playing this game as a new player, or if you're already, you know, you've been playing for a while now. And if you're looking for Adventure Quest World, or if you're looking for Adventure Quest as like a new game to play, I would highly recommend it. If you're an old player and have some spare time on your hands, I would highly recommend coming back to the game and kind of seeing where things have kind of, you know, shifted into, you know, materialized into. And there's a lot of really cool things in this game that I think a lot of people would really enjoy. And a special shout out to all the people that helped me, you know, make this video in terms of helping me kill bosses, helping me fucking figure out where to go, helping me fix like glitches or whatever. really appreciate it, man. And I'll say, man, Artix Entertainment, if you're watching this video, there's a lot of recommendations that I could give you guys in terms of things that I believe as an objective player, as someone that has loved this game since basically like 2008 when you guys came out, or 2010, whenever it was, that I think would help kind of, you know, revitalize it a little bit and bring some new fresh fresh air into the game. So with that being mine, guys, much love to you, and peace out.